mogro. Na say die waduane ne da no ayesronko.
Anlo mura. Ohiri spices abefi. Aduane de ayesronko. Ohiri chicken seasoning. Se wo toton, wo chi ana wo ye akokɔ nam ho bibia. Fakakra sum.
Froye no.
Ohiri stew seasoning be mama jeta.
Jollof no.
Ohiri jollof seasoning ma no hwam ne odew.
Fried rice no kra die.
Ohiri fried rice seasoning e ma me fridge frede. Aponchin kakra no. Me do ohiri go seasoning na ye. Asam na se nira. Ohiri seasoning powder. Ya woni beef, shrimp, noodles, any de kekeka. Anu so de aduane ne hwam ne de no. Ubedie dibium. Enti obapa. Ohiri spices abama yen. Aduane no aye de efise ne die ne nso. Aye de.
Ohiri spices. Dey.
Ewudwa wodromu. Eto phone for 020-780-5398 and 0244-525908. FDA agi edwedie kratoi atum.
Adeshemo akwa ba kase no so afa yemu remu na yemfa ensam no nkyeremu no yemfa emro. Ye kwashase ede free takwa the Church of Pentecost takwa area no chieftaincy ministry ewo ho no wonom ahyehye edwumadie sonkokra seminar ama apostle Vincent Anna Dente woni area head awowo eyetakwa Apostle Dr. David Nyansa Hefron wonum Edward Nunyam akwakwata dwumadi achi na permanent director Apostle Vincent Anna Dente wono a esan patron Edema Chieftaincy Ministry kasa no se nananom mesremo nyame anase Yesu wono ana ebone mahoban owo tumi ese wobone mahoban tumi bie no won ma ebro nyankopon ni tumi so enu nti moma kwan ne emfa nyame asem emfa enwura ahemfie ma ohini bi enya na dwen se tumi bi obabi nti okwakwaji tumi bi obabi e de ababbo ne ho ban wo se Yesu nko a na ewo tumi na ne tumi no etimi ebo obi bia eho eban.
God doesn't need occultism to activate his power. Nyame tumi a wokuta no eno nko ne betimi agye ne ma. Nyame tumi no eno nko betimi agye ne ma. Emma obi na da omu obi nka se ene wokoyesi a na ebema wotumi no ani ada ho. Nyame tumi no ani da ho dada. Let God take over your battle. Meti Isaiah for ne Ezekiel for no ye ni nyina no ye kabomu ene ya beli kuro no. Eni ntina ma ye sra mo sai. Momma ya kwanya for chaplaincy to the palace. Say bia ya no mo trans na ye kan e bia wokudai anafojo anasefofie anasakwsidai ene na mo de bema sore no wo no area wo a sabre no wo ni mo krofo hia. The software no organizing the team no a I've already told the pastors and I said chaplaincy to the palace is different from school chaplaincy. And you be no sorry aka na wo mun train team no na mun fa materials a wo do ni nyina mun contest na si ye na fe de yakọ etiro ye kwa ye no makokasa obekwa nyimfie wo no na no obi ko Methodist obi ko Presby obi ko we are not going to force them say jana kama so ba ye ne omo be che nyame asem ye ne omo be che issues bia ewo chieftaincy mu na ewie a na abompaye no muso bobi because when the Isaiah and the Ezekiel pray it's in sisi na yetimi ahia na abompaye besra mo say momma yakwanya.
Enti wo srese wo ma wonu makwanya no na wo san adibi episo chese hwe nanano mu otumi papa efri Bible asase Genesis edikosi na wie ya eno Revelation ohene nko a ene wotumi a wotimi pai mu adadie ema emoa empo eyebie eno nti ohene ekasa emoa mpo etie wono wo yesofo wontimi kasa anase okasa enya de obekasa ma emoa etie no anase nya nipa nyina no okasa obeti nanso ohene pa wodi akonwa ohene a wote akonwa kase so de wo kasa pe obi a ebe ya so de ama wo enti nanano mu wotumi enti momo sa no se moso nyame asem manase momma mo kwa nyame asem ne wura mo na nyame tumi ewuramu a eno no wode be ye adwuma enti tumi na mo no nso no mo hwɛ sɛ mode be ye nyame adwuma na sɛ mode be ye dia ese na efata Apostle Vincent Anna Dente.
Every Genesis about Revelation. It is only on you na betimi asakra na wa mamboa fasting. Also point me ma command wo kromu say aboa fasting. Odifo bi antimi ma command say ma aboa num nsuo. But say on hene kasa even emboa etie. That is the power God has vested in you. But the power should be used in the context of godliness. And it's in a mamika say, Yamu Modia say, Beman and Nanomonat Miaka Yamiasem, Atuya Yamiasem, no more waka, no more than some party. It's no Papa no Masofo, near Yama minimum. Yako Palace, no. This is the importance of going to the palace. Jonah, the officer, the God of Jerusalem is not the God of Nineveh. We are still having reactions. We are and you summon it, yeah. That's what Nipa now to say Jonah. Our officer, the God of Jerusalem is not the God of Nineveh. But in your main, ask yourself and say, if Jesus were to be here physically today, now we'll call house to house evangelism. That is a will be if you've been in a case, yes, Obeka Waja, and that's
Oberum, and see, Yesu, and I was a season and Kwakwa Sanka. Now we drew fear bimuna yakaza we in fear. Ujirizo obetwaja da bi oberum. Enti monfa samno enfenko palace chaplains ene schools outreach chaplains ni da bi eno ense enti eno na apostle Vincent anane dente wode atudwana afa yemo remu ene omampani John Dramani Mahama watu to ase e de free Jubilee House abankese mu aba bepiem e wo su eye Nsawam road ye no foforo yi ene ekwan we no kwasem ufri Kumase na sa wo konkran ya ubetimi aduru nkran nanso ekwan we nko anti ubeduru circle na sa achimota no anya be sabodon hwiri mienu e wo ho no nko a ene omanfo asu abobena omampani ba ye yi no se da big push me de e hyem enu nti monya ne ntentem ene me no ekase chese kwan ye wia ene sa ene enya abonta kekewo aha yenum aha nsunsu yenum no mampani ekwa no kwasem nani agiye ene wo kire se contractor waya de afei se kwan ya ye Accra Kumasi expressway na ye ba be ne ebeboa pa esan se cargo kasa kese asu niama kese ya womo obabi a wonom ebefa womo betua to kakra na afei wode abasobode anase woda contractor no so ase ese adwuma no obone chew so pa osiri oyi di na chese wanhwe kra enche ne bra wo hye ye ne enso na obeda ne ekwan ne ede maganafo omampani Mahama.
This road will still be a very important road, but it will also exist alongside the Accra Kumasi Expressway, so that for those who want to go very fast, for the big trucks, that carry heavy cargo, instead of using this stretch, they can use that stretch. Of course, they'll pay a toll to be able to use it. And so, like he said, we've not abandoned this alignment. This alignment will still be available for road users, but we're going to invest in a new expressway that will take people to Kumasi faster than this old one has done. So let me congratulate the consultants and then also congratulate the contractors. And I hope that you continue to push it the way you've done. I'm sure that if you do, we probably will take over the road earlier than you had said in July.
Expressway no ebebaso pa omampani NS ebebaso eno so bebo ye papa ono nyamfo conference Kwame Agboja wono eyo oswafo ohwe eye akwantimpon ensem eso wono enani omampani ebo anan ekoye na okokoduru ho no mo ene wo kyese omampani Ganafo da wase big push ya wode baye aboye papa ene contractor no se wode certificate bi aba anase se wode krata bi wasi tuane kaba wadoro ma se de wakase big push yenhwe yenti omuka yebetua ne kana wotwe mienu entem pepe enti contractor otwe sika yetua ma no anu ntiro ogina so wo yesa adwume omampani Ganafo nso eda wase ye pa ononyamfo Kwame Agboja.
Your Excellency, before you took office, on record, majority of road contractors were off-site because of the huge amount of money we owe them and not paid. This project is the movement between Accra and the second most important town in Ghana, Kumasi. And the concern, you directed that the finance minister carry out whatever he can do to make sure this contractor is paid. Indeed, that has been paid. And I must say that the contractor has significantly done a lot of work. And this is also part of the existing Accra-Kumasi highway. So those who said that you have abandoned any project, I can say for a fact, those who are saying those things today actually were the ones who made the contractors leave site. Your big push project is the reason the new energy that has come to this project. So we are able to pay the contractor, and if the contractor raises a certificate today, you direct that, we pay him within 2 weeks, and we'll be able to do that. So Your Excellency, your big push is already yielding results, and we want to thank you very much for the support you are giving the big push and all other road projects in the country, and we believe that you will leave a legacy that all Ghanaians will be proud of.
Roads and Highways Minister Hononyam for Governance Kwame Agboja Nene Ena Orte Yano. Hononyam for Fales Kwachi Ofosu were ye minister in charge of government communication. What the ato and central for any achase Nyadia Omampeni John Dramani Mahama or what any Sodi Hunubia da as the office of the special prosecutor Waba Beyi Ede everyone more and I said Ubechi Mukra Ede Freeho was the office of the special prosecutor they see one in Siwakwa abai bi na ba ye and odibedua ho wonam emrakwan so eni dua edisi ho enu nti se ebe ye fro no so ye befa emrakwan na se wo se fa emrakwan so omampani ne nkwan so ne betimi akwakofa sa ekwan no so se member bi amete ese minister in charge of government communication no enya dia omampani ne madi nkomo na se mene ne nkomodie mu office of the special prosecutor ababe pie mu da se ye be ye fri ho na se obabe pa de fri ho no mo Ghana fo betimi aka de omo pa na se obetimi aka de aba afia bi abobi obi abetimi adibi na mom enya de omampani Mahama why na dwese obeyi office of the special prosecutor at the free hall.
Again, Ghanaians are free to run commentary on public office holders and what they perceive to be their outputs. So if someone is of the view that a similar treatment ought to be meted out to the office of the special prosecutor, they are entitled to hold such a view. But as a government, as far as I sit here, the one who will call such a shot will be the president himself. Because the OSP's office was created by law. So I'm sure the process to reverse it should not be difficult to identify. But as I sit here, let me indicate and state for the avoidance of doubt that I have had no indication or communication from the president in terms of the right of those individuals to express their views about the OSP and the functional necessity of that office. They are entitled to those views. The OSP was set up by law, so any move to the contract would have to go through due process and law, and it has to go through the rigors of parliamentary scrutiny. But the point I'm making is that as I sit here, there's no indication from the boss myself, the president, that he is going to take any such action.
Ononyam for Felix Kwachi Ofosu, Minister of State in charge of government communication, Nene Ena Yetieno. Jumadie bi akoso ewo enkranya eno efa Ghana ye data abefu kwan so kwa yebefa so a yebekra yankase ho nsem anase ye data ne yebekipi no eye na jumadie no na oswafo a wono na ehwe nkitawuden nsem so no nyamfo Samuel Net George wokoko pie emu ewo hono na no wo kire se abibiman se yanhwe yi a sadia yema mpani John Dramani Mahama woka se wose bibifo etimi ma ye ho so eni se bibifo yetietie ye so nipa wudwadi etwa mu a ye de tietia bibifo fa hunde so slave trade ni nyina omampani John Dramani Mahama kasetia na yanhwe yi ade ba ko besan ba eni se ye beba ba ye enkoa de ama ebinom efa ye ho nsem se yankase yantimi enkora ye ho nsem yi ne yankuriche ye ho nsem yi amfa nwa befo kwan so ne yantimi ansomu a eni ebre bi ba obi na ebekite ye ho nsem no nso no se de opebia na obeye no de ama yen wode nsem tudwa ebra na abibremu anomo ampanifo wonam efa eye digital data eho ensem wonam eba omanmu akra na se enkran ema obabesi nkonwa ekan.
Because even as President Mahama is Africa's champion for reparations on slave trade and the effects of colonialism, I am deeply worried about a new version of colonialism, data colonization. And if Africa doesn't wake up, we'll be talking reparations in 2063 after all of our data has been colonized. Without robust data protection frameworks, e-commerce cannot scale, fintechs cannot expand, cross-border identity verification cannot function. You cannot have digital payment systems that will be trusted, and our consumers will simply not participate in the ecosystem.
Sa yanhwe ni ye na sa yankasa yantutu ye niama befo kwan so a emre bi a eda yanim no ebimo womo ehumasian kwani mana so womo brofo bi hono a ye besisi womo keke ye bewia womo hewa befo ntentafide esuntie wo se yetimi ekra na yekita yankasa ye data ene eho ensem na Chief Executive Officer Edema Data Protection Commission Dr. Arnold Kavapu wode ebi esoso a na woka bi edeka eyo sofo yi ede ho ese asemo sofo ne kana wose emane ya asem hia pa ene ensemo a eye dadwen esem esanse yankasa ye ho ensem no wose yankasa yetimi ekita ne yankasa ye tro ne sede epe na ye nyai amfa ma awoho bi anase obi amana ma mekita okira bi no na wa tro nsem a wompe anase wono ankasa adada wo de nsem bia wo wani amana buafa so.
The greatest risk we face if we fail is the loss of public trust. If citizens cannot trust the digital ecosystem we are building, then AI, digital payments, digital health, e-government, everything will struggle to take root. Innovation will slow, investment will decline, our sovereignty as African states will weaken, and most vulnerable amongst us will face the highest risks of exploitations.
We a open new contract for one and a data protection commission. Ano Dr. Arnold Kavapu one ene ena yete yeno. Mayemo remwe na galamse ne ko ne galamse ho ensam a ye kan yinwie dai eno ena osagefo motie for penny ochehine wono sore na no atumbie wo say baabi a yekeka ko no enye e wo sa ban timi bɔ ne mu so o ma ne ho so pa abambofo posifo mutimi esori wo say ene say sa hoho binum timi sorry firi won mu kro mu na wo ba bɛbɔ onsese wo mai gana mu akwai ahodo na won etu galamse na so won mutu fam gudi a wonni tumi krata na say won tu no ekwan pa so na no so chehine wone ne mrante sorry se won bawura kwaye mu anase won ma ekono akwa stop wo mu akwa sisi o ma na ne ye tutu abo ahodo e de bro ne kai mo no anka sisi kura wan hwe a ye betutu bo e de abro no o si ehu pa na e wo se aban etimi e ma ne hu no so na wotimi ekon editia galamse wo so wono se nkrofo de galamse e foforo ni na nka o chine asase e be wo yi asase e da yi nyina ne dia na nka obetu famu dia galamse no ba betu adai kra na mo yesa.
And when we took our people to go and stop them, you know what happened? They were throwing stones at my car. The impunity of people around back home. It was out here back. They took over my car. All I wanted to do was stop this menace and say yes, when they had the way back. And she had that I call for swamp of war, for catching a say as a camera. Look now on all Sano. Because they want to look good. And me looking by this, me. And I'm not done with my name. I'm saying, me. Now, as I saw you in Nigeria, she was not the person who go mine. Why would I go by night and steal my life to that? I was so cheap, or what happened? I said, the Pacific dog would do a room, or what I can stop me. Now they can buy. And my dad wanted to do and yet, it took root, to weaken me because I was the advocate against the Yama, a bear said, and I suffered for that, and I look at it. I'm Buchini, a man of my year, they started looking at me differently, but that's okay. When I met one and I said, I'm saying I hear too hard. So I'm going to look at our soul. And now, so what's up? I'm on two. No, sir, and short hands, and action for there, and action for there. Oh, two, the only people show and everybody.
Nipa no otua nipa wosuro no a ene aban hinti aposifo mo homene so na sade o chehine eka no wo ma etu galamsi woni kwai ahodo ma mu hu na woto bo de bro mo no mo na betimi atu won so sa na o chehine eto aso ekire bia na wo kire se dia ekoso no so ahensemu wo se amanyefo mu yimu nsa e free ahensemu wo se efare aniwu se abambofo na se posifo betimi asori se yakwakoto eye ahemfie mu e de ho ewo kwan ben so ahemfie no nananom dia enti eni se mutimitu anamon bisa ene so ochehne ekire mu sei ma ne kire se amanyofo wo mo enyi wonsa enfimfiri mo afei wo mo a wonom galamse no wo mutu won so sa ne mo enye ohene nankasa no ohene de
Pegana here. Unless you go and confront the truth. Here come with crack sand on that. Christian, that's also your enemy. What is it? It's all. Yeah, I'm not there. Wait, and I got it. Matter close. Yeah, they are going to the post. There you wait so on. And then the other person said, the police and the law enforcement should stop there. You have to decide there. And you're trying to will be able to wait on you. As the minister's office. Yeah, they go too. I guess it's an institution like this. They say, who? And you sorry. How dare anybody come and tell us? Say, we'll be sorry, I'll show you the castle that they intend to do. You're trying to feel. Therefore, it weakens us. It makes whole thing as a joke. You can't. Who better know who's right? We have 943 the palaces and villages and towns. And I said, okay, now I said, we see ABS home, and I said, yeah, corner, we are trying to find out one piece until we are there when you're there. I could hear, or hint the baby, and go to no problem. Arrest them. They are the ones I bet you was at the piece one of the don't go no hina what they could never 20 years. So people this way too. And no course no anyway to what that's a problem. The infiltration of politicians and power our side, trying to give direction our Yahini.
Na I don't know ochehene amuti for penny nene and yete yeno. Emra shebe yende mama for one Pro East. Eye ononyam for Emmanuel Boom. Was say afi wasi nso ya wonum etro ya ankoyi a amofra bebre mass and science ankoyi no ono de osusu se na omampani dada bia pension asa me atwam ne pension no na wonum makwan ema cherecherefo bo ankwara nse de be beti wo manim o free senior high school na fence double track ho eno nti na nankwala no wo pass nso a ne ehu ba bi fi na de abai de we ene ni trudu say ena ononyamfo Emmanuel Boam wono so ekire nensim.
I want us to decouple performance from politics. We all knew this canker will one day explode. We knew it. Everybody in God, including the parents of our kids, knew that one day, our kids that are being churned out will not be the ones that we preferred or we wanted to have brought them. Look, this issue of examination malpractice, and as you could remember, I posed a question to the minister that the issue of cancellation, withholding of papers for WASI students is just unfounded. It's just unbearable. The parents have to go through a lot of struggle together with the student to have ascertained whatever evidence or whatever it is that they are supposed to do. But the issue emanates from a certain angle, and that is what we need to tackle. Look, there hasn't been any systematic, well-organized, orchestrated examination malpractices than the past government or the reign of the past administration. It is properly orchestrated between institutions. They were in line to behave accordingly. How do you come rating students or schools with performance of WASI and tell me that if your student don't perform in WASI, you the head teacher, you'll be moved. Yet you have not provided the needed logistics, the needed infrastructure for these head teachers to run the school. You have a whole lot of students running in between whether shift system, some come morning, others go afternoon, evening. And yet you want the result or the performance to be as before when we're having the single stream, well articulated class given to teachers to man.
Na enono na dwenkyere enono nyamfo Emmanuel Boam Pro East emra shebedwani enono na we hanam so anase wasi nsohwe sunsun so ba nanu kwesi adai enam so ama yen sentwe ko bere wuso duomi eko eye kumase monten so ene adehye binum eko kasa ye ebisa Ghana fo binum kumase fo binum adwenkyere ewo eye wasi mofre wonom performance eho wususi se die mpa ene man kwala no wonum edi ntwosa na sankwara mass social studies ankoye kurasa ena ebimu ekere se ene social media eka ho social media and then kwalai so wamonam TikTok na Instagram na Facebook just say ena wo hwede ankwala ne yakura mpo a sei ena wofu binom ede to kwap na osodu me anim
Adi kudenti amankwa na fere mu nya time nsuya de time mo de betena fie na do so sin de mu de wo school mu no eye san so ankwara nya kwan nsuya de o bedu fie so ka so mu nsuya de kro mu nsuya ba wo school mu de wo teacher ni no wani da no so nto be nsuya
say social media sem na nkwa no mo na mododo o mu nsuya de say phone sem na do so o mani nyina ko social media na so a chen se ne adisuya ne so ene o mo wo do mo kra na o mo ye TikTok and non tibuta yekese pe nkwa mferi omo so re se se phones sem na adoso omo ko school kwa no the phones ko achiche ni na che na de ko awon ko shemu phones na no sa akwa fa to ane no oye odob no so nti social media na edoso o ma jum na ma fi phone wa no die o ma fele ndie jina nyama bibiri so edi kan phones zo nkwa no pe phones hwa dodo e pe pono ni ade adisuare pa de o mpa disuya ana mse fanzo so yire jina ban so incentives also the teachers so allowance book allowance na honema anzo be bri akama amba ana parents hwenkwada no embo mbefi o munsuade education na ban ama kwara nsuale ko ibi ase ku no fele fese ase kwali ni ku jama penya ba onye ri fa o mai na ise de kwara no enye kwara o nsuale ko ise kwara mo aba o ko mo ba kwara na akoya ko discipline ni school ni vele kwara nsuale man penya o ba mo fure ni mo le ko mo le kwara no ekwa bi o fa so ise kwara be ro mo ase nsuale ni o san mo ye sa le ise de kwara le enye kwara o wasi ile wasi ababa wasi ile kwara
I think distraction can cause students not to perform well in their academics because distractions like problems from the house, family can cause students not to excel in their academics. And moreover, I think examination anxieties like stress and pressure also can cause students not to perform well in their academics.
Enti na we Ghana fo bi no wono ewo kumase wono adwenkyere ewo ho eno no ania unya adwenkyere bebre ebi mo ekye se double track ebi nso so kye social media ebi nso so kye se concentration ebi mo kye se ohawa efirifie ni nyina account mu no adwen eno no afa yenko wie kase no ewo amanone ensemu ene awie omampani Donald Trump America mampani ena wode ensembia atodwa wo kasa edefa Somalia adehia wonom ewo US abrochimamu wo chese Somalia man no sebio enye papa bia enye papa na wanhwe yie na se wo man na wo makwan ema sebi efin wuramu a efin na besa ba out anasa bontin wo se garbage in garbage out say ya nhwe yi ne eja ye man yi adema nipa bonefo a bonefo nsonso a ena yebenya anu tu ase Somalia fo wo hia Somalia atukotrafo ewo US abrochimamu na wo kan semu yi adefa Minnesota mansi ni mu a ene abambofo edwani kire hodom a ene operation ankasa na womkwa koye ho adehia anase atukwatena wonum ni tumi krata na woni krata wonum ewo US wonum no na abambofo chese wo kwachi wom nyina pam wo kwakwo wo mu nyina echi enkonsan na eno na mpanifo wonum ewo Minnesota kire se sa na mu amutu mu ba betietie bi mu fa hodie so mu anhwe ya wo bi krampo wo tumi se won tena America na so bi America ni na ma che na mo de ne question se bia ye hodom no ayese dodo na ene Somalia fo ena wonum etiti honom enti wo hu se sa adwuma de okwakodu ne Somalia fo no okwakotu wonum esosa Somalia Prime Minister akasa echese asem na omampendo Donald Trump kan o man extension on fa na sokora emfa ema no se papa no wonyi nipa bi a wo etie na ebeboa enti nyade a wonum ebeboa no enti omampendo Donald Trump chese wo ma kwan da enani ochina se tukwatena fo pa bi baba US a ene enye wo mo free Somalia wo ma wo hokra mpo no pamo ma mako Harisha medikase ni nyina asi dia edi emu akotene bi ene se Apostle Vincent Anane Dente wono permanent director Church of Pentecost wase nananom wosra da moma kwanyen na yemfa nyame asem enwura ahemfie na yenyame no owotumi se wobo ne ma eho ban Sanso no mampani John Dramani Mahama wabo anan akwakohe Nsawam Road no wodnani kwatwa isi akohwe no kohwe no kwasem nani age kyese ekosuye pa Osofo na hwe nkitabude nsam so no nyamfo Sam George kyese data no yantimi a onini amoho ban ne yankita yade a wahwe be yenkoa okina bi ewo data nsam eho Ochehene osagefo motive for repani kyese aban emma ne musuna galamse wonkuntia na wonyi wonsa emfemfiri ahensem emu na ensem binom kawo na metena se na nwumre edebra ose no num empemu kase enase nkoma ohene Respices na afin so ohene no dairy powdered milk se wonom adama na menya ahoden edekase yi ebra mame adwoa ahenkra wone kwabna usodumi wona boma chidom Steven Tete na streaming ye wo Facebook na afin YouTube ede emayen me a mekenkan ma wo so medin ene ohene ba nya Midwest nyame adoma ochina ye besan ahia mu bio makraw